All right. Can you please tell us your name and when you were a student here and all the things you've done?
Okay, my name is Blake Bass. I graduated from Newnan High School in 1971. I came back to coach here in 1978. I coached for 12 years. I was the defensive coordinator for the Newnan Cougars. We played for the state championship in 1981. Then I went to East Coweta High School as an assistant principal, then to Central Middle School as a principal. From there I went to the central office, became Director of Human Resources, and from there I became an Assistant Superintendent, the Associate Superintendent, and in 2004 I was appointed Superintendent of Schools and served that position until I retired in 2011.
Right, all right. A lot of jobs there. Just spitting them out there. Why did you come back to Newnan High School? And have you worked with people that used to be teachers?
Oh, I've worked with a lot of people that used to be teachers here. Being in education for 35 years, and all but 2 of those here in Coweta County.
Harris, you have a message in the front office.
I worked on committees with people, being the personnel director from starting in '97 and being superintendent to 2011. I probably had something to do with the hiring of a good many of the employees in the school system.
Right. What was it like to wear all these hats that you wore, like superintendent, associate superintendent, you were a coach? What was it like?
I think it was something that I really wanted to do. I had to make a decision whether to stay in coaching
Miss Ann Glass,
or
please call extension 266. Miss
get
Ann
into
Glass,
administration
please call
or something to help
266.
support my family.
Right.
And I was encouraged to go into administration, and I think things just came natural to me. A lot of that had to do with the training I got as a student here, the role models that I had growing up, with the role models of the teachers that I had in high school. And you know, they say that somebody will make an impression on your life.
That's right.
And that was teachers to me. And I knew from the time I graduated that that's what I want to do, is to get into education.
Interesting. What was the most challenging aspect of the jobs you had?
Most challenging aspect was I think building relationships with people. I tried through, you know, as a coach, you have to build relationships with your players. As a teacher, you have to have a collegial working relationship with your fellow teachers. As an administrator, you've got to have that relationship with your employees, that, you know, hey, you treat the kids good, you do your job, you're going to be treated with respect and dignity, and I think that's building those relationships is important.
What part of the job did you enjoy the most, like, out of all of them?
All the jobs I had, what was the most fun?
Yeah, that's good. That one.
I'm going to say being principal was the most enjoyable job that I had. I enjoyed them all, but I really enjoyed being a principal.
All right. What part of the job did you enjoy the most, being principal then?
I think it was taking a school and getting to know the kids, working with the teachers. You're kind of in charge as a leader, and I think your leadership skills come out more when you're the one in charge than when you're second in command or third in command or whatever like that. And I enjoyed that aspect.
All right. What is the relationship between Newnan High School and the community, and how important is that relationship?
As I'll tell you right now, and I worked at East Coweta High School. I was in the administration when Northgate came on the scene, but I'm going to speak in relationship to Newnan because it's unique in that Newnan is a community. And, you know, the other schools, they don't have the town aspect that Newnan has. And the way I always referred to the relationship between Newnan High School and Newnan and the community is that it's the flagship.
Yeah.
You can, and this goes, and it takes in a lot of pride that people have. Just walking in the halls here and seeing the people that come to these interviews, you see people from 90 years old to people that just graduated going to be interviewed for this project. This school binds this community together. It's the meeting place. I can remember the first time I ever stepped foot in this building. It was a community event. It was in the late 1950s, and they had just come out with a polio vaccine. And everybody came in here to get that vaccine. I was a little boy. I guess I had just started grade school, but this was the flagship for the community, I guess I'd say.
All right. In your opinion, what has always made Newnan High School a special place to attend school?
Tradition.
Tradition.
It's all about tradition at Newnan High School, and when you guys get out, you'll know it, and you'll know that, hey, I was part of something special.
What are the biggest changes you have seen from the time you were a student here until now?
The size and the scope of the campus, and the teaching's always been there. You know, couldn't get a better education when I was coming along than y'all are getting right now. Of course, curriculums change, but the size and the scope of the campus has changed over the years. When I went to school, it was just this building and the gym. Now you've got 4 or 5 buildings here.
6, 7.
I was part of that building process. I was in charge when we built that 9th grade building. It was, you look at this campus now, and there are not many junior colleges around the United States that's got a better plant facility than Newnan High School.
And here's another question. Do you recall any historical events occurring that you heard about while in school or while you were in the superintendent? I mean, as a whole, like one of the biggest things, maybe like JFK assassination, 9/11, Oklahoma City.
Well, I was a principal when Oklahoma City happened. I was in the central office when 9/11 happened. When I was going to school here at Newnan High School, I guess the biggest historical event that took place was my senior year in high school. Was the first year of integration. That's when the Central High School, the traditional black high school here, right, and Newnan High School merged, and we became Cougars. They were the Panthers.
That's right.
We were the Tigers. And I was on a committee my junior year where a group of Central students and a group of Newnan students met down in the old AV room down there several nights, and we discussed issues, and that's where the Cougar came out of that.
Amazing. That's an amazing story. I appreciate you being here.
Well, I appreciate y'all asking me.
I enjoyed it, and thank you again.
Thank you.